As with snow nearly the size of soccer balls coming down this week, it's hard to imagine that soccer is still being played. Yes, that's right, even surprised himself with that goal. Now, Quinnipiac has been trying to get the video on ESPN, but so far, no such luck. Now, for the Bobcats men's soccer team, this year, it's been more famine than feast. Now, whoever said the girls can't play football, 9-year-old Sam Gordon is proving those doubters wrong, one broken tackle at a time. Gordon's touchdown total is only topped by the number of views on this YouTube video highlighting her impressive runs. Gordon had 35 touchdowns and nearly 2,000 rushing yards this past season, while being the only girl in the Salt Lake City Youth Football League. Gordon started playing organized soccer at the age of 4, but seems to have found her sport on the gridiron. Quinnipiac's men's soccer team had one final tune-up this past weekend against Vermont before entering conference play. The Bobcats were in search of their first win in 20 days. The Bobcats would score first. It's Phil Surprise literally coming out of nowhere to flip it over the goalie and into the net. Don't worry, this time I'll refrain from another surprise pun. It's just too easy. Come on now. Vermont would tie it up off a penalty kick. It's DJ Edler putting it in, but the Bobcats would score in the final 5 minutes to avoid their 4th straight loss, the game ending in a 2-2 tie.
Bassick Park in Hampton is used by many, whether it be on the baseball fields or the basketball courts. However, the park isn't mostly crowded by humans, but their dogs. Though the dog park is hidden in the corner of Bassick Park, behind a gravel parking lot, it is still a hot spot for canines and their owners.
I come here every day when the weather's decent for 10 years since it opened.
The dog park usually welcomes close to 200 people and dogs on the weekends and is a very important place.
Oh, I think it's extremely important. Especially I have a border collie, which is a very high energy dog. Bringing her here every day that we can makes all the difference in the world.
It's great in terms of socialization, both for the dogs and for me.
The park is equipped with toys for the dogs and plenty of drinking water. The number one rule of the park is to have fun, but it hasn't always been playful here with this dog park. The town of Hampton provided the land, but that was the extent of their help with the park. Instead, the 2-acre dog park was put together by the local dog owners.
All the town did was to say, yeah, we got a little land extra. You can have the land. You guys develop it.
And develop it, they did. So should there be more places like this in the state of Connecticut?
Definitely. We get quite a few people who come in from out of town and everything, and look at the price of gas and driving and all that.
Maybe 2 or 3 like this, and in a 50-mile radius or something like that would be great.
This dog park will celebrate its 10th year anniversary this October. Luke Morrow, Q30 News. Connecticut is just one of 6 states that forbids the sale of alcohol on Sundays. But that may soon change. Governor Malloy is proposing new alcohol sales laws, including keeping liquor stores open on the considered day of rest. Some people think it's about time for the change.
I mean, why not? I think it's ridiculous that we're one of the only states in the country that you can't buy alcohol on Sunday. I mean, it's a blue law that's 200 years old. It doesn't make any sense.
Malloy's hope is that the proposal brings in more money for the state. However, local liquor store owner Akshay Patel thinks that the new laws will end up hurting small liquor store owners like himself. He explained how in a detailed email. With this proposal, Patel believes distributors and wholesalers can offer unfair advantage to bigger stores and give them an opportunity to buy products at a cheaper price in a very short time frame. Patel also believes staying open on Sundays will hurt business. Patel said that one of the biggest reasons that we are the 7th largest state in the country in alcohol consumption is because of stocking up mentality due to being closed on Sundays. But not everyone agrees.
I don't think it's going to make that much difference. You're encompassing the same amount of people. They're just going to, spending habits are going to go over its difference.
Pytel is encouraging other liquor store owners to join the Connecticut Package Store Association to help in the fight against the bill. Pytel predicted that if this bill does pass, 45% of 1,200 liquor stores will be out of business in the next 5 years, including his own. Luke Morrow, Q30 News.
As with snow nearly the size of soccer balls coming down this week, it's hard to imagine that soccer is still being played. But that is the case for the Quinnipiac Bobcats. The Bobcats beat Fairleigh Dickinson over the weekend 3-0 to win their first ever regular season NEC title. Now, the Bobcats get to host the conference tournament. Quinnipiac finished the season with an 8-1-1 conference record and will take on the number 4 seed, St. Francis of Pennsylvania, tomorrow morning at 11. The other semifinal game between Fairleigh Dickinson and Monmouth will be played 30 minutes later, with the 2 winners meeting Sunday in the championship. Now, unfortunately, due to the weather, the tournament has been moved from Quinnipiac's campus to the Fitzgerald Sports Complex in West Haven. While the Bobcats hope their fans travel well to West Haven for the soccer tournament, Quinnipiac fans won't have to travel at all to watch multiple Bobcat games this winter. Quinnipiac Athletics announced that 15 of their games this winter will be on regional television. NESN, SNY, MSG, and Fox Sports Network are just some of the networks that will be covering the Bobcats basketball and hockey teams this year. The coverage starts this Saturday with the Bobcats basketball season opener on SNY and comes to a close on February 22nd with the Heroes hockey game against Yale. The men's basketball team will get the most attention, with 8 of their games being broadcasted. Now, speaking of men's basketball, with all the media attention they'll be getting this winter, the Bobcats hope they can put a good product on your television screens. And the NEC seems to think that will be the case. The preseason coaches poll shows the Bobcats are picked to finish 4th this year, even after losing their leading scorer, James Johnson, from a year ago. Now, after winning the conference a year ago, Long Island will pick to finish first once again. The Bobcats season starts Saturday at Hartford. Now, whoever said the girls can't play football, 9-year-old Sam Gordon is proving those doubters wrong, one broken tackle at a time. Gordon's touchdown total is only topped by the number of views on this YouTube video highlighting her impressive runs. Gordon had 35 touchdowns and nearly 2,000 rushing yards this past season, while being the only girl in the Salt Lake City Youth Football League. Gordon started playing organized soccer at the age of 4, but seems to have found her sport on the gridiron.